as requested, as I said I would, I'll show you guys what I'm doing to the heads of the 440. So I'm going to call this mild home porting. What I'm really doing is making the transition in the head as efficient as I can, as far as the, around the bolt area and mainly around the valve guides. So if you keep in mind, guys, this is not a big horsepower build. It's not about that at all. It's about putting a good running engine into the 79 Dodge Magnum to make it on the road. You can see I did do a little work around the ring. I just dulled that ring underneath the seat. But if you look right inside there, you can see along the valve guides, I rounded the valve guide and I smoothed out the transition around it, is really what I did. Now if we slide over to the same angle, the one that's at the same angle, you can see what this one looks like. And if you notice how this wall right here comes from the seat clear over to here, and then if you look down into the channels there, you can see how the valve guide is squared at the top. And if you come over to this one, you can see the work I did around that valve guide and how I dulled that ring underneath the seat. And I don't know how well you're seeing this with the reflection of the light, but you can see on the exhaust, I'm using the exact same method, sort of. I'm just making the transition of it going here out that way. I'm doing nothing on the bottom of the port. This is, you're looking at the top of the port, just around the valve guide and a little bit of the transition in through here on the exhaust. And if you want to see what it looked like prior, and you can see on this port how we have the sharp ridge here that I kind of moved. I'm not doing anything to the floors of these ports, intake or exhaust, but I am doing the sealing, and I'm rounding off the valve guide there a bit and dulling around here from about here down to about here, but not here really. And so the transition will be smooth going out. Again, here's this one untouched, and here's this one that I did. One thing I do like is I can see the full circumference of the seat. Look at that inline shot. And this is the exhaust side on every single one of these ports. So let me show you what they look like now that I'm done. Here's the intake, and that's what the finished bowl area looks like. Here's another one. Here's the exhaust. Here's another one. And another one. And if you look here, I didn't do anything here. Nothing here at the front. You can just see where I did around the valve guides in there. Same thing in the back. I did nothing to square it up. But you can look and see the whole entire circle back there. See the wall behind there. Everything's got a nice inline complete circle. And I worked on the valve guide area and just under the seat. The cylinder that had the rust in it that was stuck in the engine is this cylinder. And I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to lap this seat out. So I may have to bring in the heads and actually get a valve job done on them. And I'm not sure if the exhaust valves, we won't know until we cut them, to see if they're savable. This is a low mileage engine, so I'm hoping not to have to buy valves. Certainly shouldn't have to on the intake side. But then what we're going to do is cut the heads 30 thousandths, as I said. And the reason for that is the original tin gasket, I think, is around 18 thousandths. The Felpros that came with the engine gasket kit I bought are 39 thousandths. So there's about 20 thousandths difference. So if I cut them 30 thousandths, I certainly won't lose any compression to the head gasket thickness. I might even gain a couple of cc's, guys. That would just be phenomenal. Is that a word? But I'm doing it on these heads simply because you never know down the road. You never know. A feller just might want to decide to put a upgraded camshaft inside there, and you know, the heads will support a small cam. Good. So the next step here is I got to finish up the cylinder that I didn't do, so I can show you the before and after. And then I got to do the other one. That's just one thing. It's like deja vu. You do one, and then you got to do the exact same thing again. Guess I should work on slant 6, do one head and be done. But anywho, that's the progress, and that's what we're doing to the heads. I'm not doing anything as far as gasket matching on the intake side. I'm not going to do that, or on the exhaust side. This is the extent of it, guys. We're not shooting for, 610 horsepower here. Be lucky on this project if I hit 280 horse. That's okay as long as it goes down the road.